This is how you do the Nikolai side Easter egg on Astra Malorum in Black Ops 7 Zombies. So just like the Dempsey 1 and Ashes of the Damned, you need to be playing as Nikolai in your game in order to do this, and there is a calling card challenge for this as well that looks pretty sick. So the first thing you are going to have to do is you need 3 Molotovs, so either get them from the crafting bench or you've got them on your loadout or just from random loot, and you need to throw the 3 Molotovs at 3 specific locations in the exact order that I'm about to show you. So there's going to be this little dirt patch if you come to the Abyssal Rim, and you need to throw the Molotov here, and if you do it correctly you'll get a quote from Nikolai, and then a footprint trail of flaming feet will begin spawning in, and you just want to follow this trail where there is this staircase and then throw another Molotov here, and the footprint trail will then extend a bit further, and again you then need to throw another Molotov right at the end, and the footprint trail will continue, and this time it'll take you over to this little cave in a ridge in the rock. Nikolai will say you'll be safe here. Now you will then need another Molotov for this, so you need to go ahead and grab another one, and then throw the Molotov into the cave at your feet and interact with the cave as you are doing so, and it will then put you inside the cave, and you will then get the cutscene sequence. The rest is self-explanatory. Now when you come out you will get a free legendary shotgun at the end, which is great as well, and I am going to have a full storyline video explaining this later on the channel, but for a quick summary, this is uncovering Nikolai's traumatic backstory, where there was a village massacre in Afghanistan and Nikolai quote-unquote tried saving good people, the villagers, the children, the elders, from the Spetsnaz by hiding them in caves. That's why he says when you're doing this you will be safe there, Spetsnaz will not ask questions, only kill. However, just like Dempsey, Nikolai also got bonded with a dark ether demon, who unwittingly lured the vulnerable hiding in these caves, mimicking Nikolai's voice, who slaughtered everyone. Their eyes and mouths were stolen, their bodies ripped apart, ripped to pieces like paper dolls. Chanel house. Their eyes are missing. Nikolai ran and tried to confront regarding being marked by this entity, and tried to fight the invisible entity, which you actually see in the cutscene. He says, "My bullets, they passed right through it. Its fingers moving in my mind. It hungered, breathed cold death, laughed." And we learn from Catheris, who reveals that the demon is Tor Bala, who built horrors from victims, towers built using their hearts, lined its chambers with their lungs, and used Nikolai's voice as a lure, and forever marked him as a favored servant. "You bear my sign, served me well," which sounds awfully like you bear the mark from Shadows of Evil with the Shadow Man and the crew on that map. Nikolai is haunted with guilt and denial. Bozomoy, what have I done? I only wanted to save them. Nikolai will never be able to make right, but he will try. And the children literally drew with chalk in the caves of Nikolai helping them and being the good tank commander. He pointed at them from the tank, telling them a safe place to reside. He didn't know what horrors lied beyond. Deep in the cave you then come to a ritual site where you see, I think, a goat's head, and this is clearly where someone made a pact with this entity long ago. And you can see all of these sacrifices here of the dead animals, the goat with all of the blood, skulls and guts spewed everywhere, and you can see the ancient people from a while ago who seemingly worshipped this entity, which is why he holds dominion here, and there's even a pendant in its chest, and it has these glowing red eyes, so creepy. He recognizes this toy that is picked up during this cutscene that he likely gave to one of the children to play with whilst they hid in the cave, of a goat just like the demon resembles. Maybe this toy is what the ancient ritualers made a pact with, and it's essentially a voodoo toy. He denies the service, saying, "Never, I did not, I will not serve." But how can Nikolai feel guilty? At the end of the day, his voice was stolen. He didn't consent to this. Yes, they trusted him, and in the end they thought they were betrayed by him, but it wasn't his fault. Nikolai didn't know, and he had no way of knowing that when he was trying to help these people, there was actually a dark ether demon present in the caves, and he was essentially luring them into a trap. And this whole Easter egg really reminds me of the Vietnam Zombies Easter egg in the Black Ops Cold War campaign. That's a very similar premise, going down a dark tunnel with zombies in. So yeah, I'm guessing on the future maps we're going to find out how all of the other characters were bonded with the dark ether entities, which really makes me wonder who Richtofen bonded with, because the others so far seem unwilling. It makes me wonder if Richtofen intentionally bonded with a dark ether entity, and then he nuked New York, did all of the atrocities to win the war for the Reich, becoming a hero of the Reich, and it all could have been influenced by a dark ether demon. I genuinely think this is one of the darkest backstories we've ever gotten in Call of Duty Zombies history. It's so gory, so gruesome. I want to see more of this in the dark ether storyline, and like I say, I think Richtofen's could be even worse than this, because he might have been a willing participant. I can't believe this dark ether entity literally built towers out of the dead body parts and organs. The cutscene then ends with a bunch of Ravagers coming in that you have to defend against, and you then get a Ravager death animation right at the end, so maybe this was the fate of those who laid there, or it's just meant to represent the demon ripping them to shreds. Now, like I said, I'm going to make an in-depth video in the future breaking this down more in depth, but this is just my initial reaction. I'm going to play the full cutscene for you now. Thank you for watching and enjoy.
Molotov lit! Someone hot-footed through here. Hot-footed? No, fuck you. More footprints. Nikolai is being given runaround. You will be safe there. Only sending Molotov! Was that close? I can't even tell anymore. What are you? I know this toy. Why is it here? They are good people. I will not let Spetsnaz hurt them. They will be safe here.
You came as a savior offering sanctuary, but you delivered them to something far, far worse.
Make example of you. You can trust Nikolai. Spetsnaz will not ask questions, only kill. Please, you must build your hiding terrorists.
A demon made its home here, hungering in the darkness.
Nikolai did not know. God help me, I did not know.
Yes.
What happened here? Go on. What madness is this? Dead. They are all dead. What could have done this? This cannot be happening.
Stole their eyes that it could see, their mouths to feed. It built a tower of their hearts, lined its chambers with their lungs, their skin. But the voice it used to lure them, that was yours.
to look at. You are all welcome. Feel its hunger. I see it. Lurking behind their eyes. I did not! I will not serve!
But you did serve, Nikolai, consciously or no. And the creature marked you a most favored servant.
Nikolai will never be able to make right. But he will try.
Bonus points! Full power!